Jeremy.
It's hiding at the back of the warehouse.
James and I figured that out because we didn't know the story.
You're out of it.
Jeremy's a section on restoration.
He's down in the toilets getting lube.
He's just reviewing his notes.
According to most of the school planning and management studies, in today's classrooms, our children are unable to understand between 25 and 30% of what our teachers are saying to them simply because of excessive background noise. Background noise or ambient noise is the noise that goes on within the classroom, also the noise that goes on outside the classroom. Noise coming in from traffic, noise coming in from a lawnmower, other children playing in the playground, even kids walking up and down those corridors where the sound tends to echo and boom around. The other thing that creates an awful lot of noise within the classroom are the children themselves. Whether it's a quiet whisper between friends, moving pencils around, actually shuffling feet or just moving chairs on hard floors. Unfortunately, most of the studies that were being done up until about 2005 on noise in classrooms were only focusing on classrooms without children present. They were basically seeking to find how much noise things like air conditioning machines, computers, things humming in the background were making, as well as noise coming in from outside. And what they found was most of the authorities, most of the bodies came back and said that an ambient noise level between 30 to 35 decibels was the minimum required for a child to be able to consciously hear a teacher speaking at normal voice tone of around 65 decibels. Unfortunately, the figures that they've shown once they throw the children into the classroom is that the background noise with the children in there goes up to 75 decibels on average. Problem is now they're drowning out the teachers. The main factors they've found is that noise will reflect, noise will echo off hard surfaces. It bounces off ceilings, bounces off walls, bounces off desks, and in particular will bounce off hard flooring. There are lots of things that we can do to help our children learn by allowing them to hear the teacher, so that the poor teacher doesn't have to spend all day screaming at 85 decibels just to be heard. What I'd like to give you today are 5 key pointers, 5 key areas that in any kind of school development need to be taken into consideration with regards to acoustics. The first one obviously is the environment itself and the management of background noise. We need to be able to minimize the noise that's coming into the room through proper sealing of windows, making sure that seals around the doors are taken into consideration, carpeting and putting soft flooring into hallways so that the noise and the echo doesn't transfer. One of the great strategies is to actually start putting soft furnishings halfway up the wall. Does 2 things. One, to reduce the echo in the corridor, also reduces scuffing of bags along the wall. The other thing we want to look at is ceiling. One of the things in older buildings, older schools, is they tend to have very high ceilings. That creates an echo which stops children being able to learn. Option is to reduce that ceiling height with a suspended ceiling that puts use of acoustic tiles. The other thing I'd like to suggest that we need to look at is our air conditioning and heating systems, always making sure that they're modernised, up to date, that they're operating effectively. One of the things that also reflects noise is lighting. We found that fluorescent light bulbs buzz, that creates an awful lot of background noise, but even the reflecting systems that are used for transference of light down will also act as sound echoes. The final thing, and the 5th topic, is flooring. Flooring should be chosen to improve the environment, not only from the feel, but also from the acoustics. Carpets absorb airborne sound. They allow a deadening of the air and helps to block the transmission from room to room, particularly in multi-story classrooms where you have a classroom above. When choosing a floor covering, insist on something with ample padding underneath, whether it's a thick carpet with an integrated underlay system, because this will always cut noise by absorbing the sound.
It also cut the life of the carpet.
Admittedly, if you're looking at renovating any kind of classroom, any kind of school, these sort of things will obviously be an additional cost. But at the expense of our children learning, I really suggest that you talk to Project Floors further, because we can talk to you not only about a flooring solution, but help you with information that can create an environment where our children can learn. Thank you.